Welcome to Born in ATX, a real estate vlog bringing you closer to the people, places, businesses, and events in the Austin, Texas, and surrounding areas. My name's Kevin Hutchison. I am an area realtor and broker, and I'm sitting here today with Kristin Bythewood of Kristin Bythewood Interiors. One of our followers suggested for us to put together a top 10 list of home maintenance projects that a homeowner might want to consider after living in a home for 1, 2, 5, even 10 years. Kristin is one of our preferred stagers. We use her here quite a bit with a lot of our clients, and I couldn't think of anyone better to sit down with and go over this top 10 list with than you. Before we begin diving into the actual items in this top 10, Kristin and I talked a little bit off camera. We were discussing the fact that really this isn't so much a black and white top 10, do this after 2 years, do this after 5 years kind of a thing. There are so many personalities out there and so many tastes. They're so varied. There are some general things I think that you'll want to do, and Kristin's going to talk about that, but again, yeah, we talked about the fact that maybe it's not as cut and dry as you would think.
Yeah, and you know, I always say you're most motivated year one, so get as much done during year one, because you're gonna, after that, you kind of slow down in your enthusiasm. It's always a great time to do some of these projects, you know, so you pace yourself, and always, as always, talk to your realtor if you're thinking of doing a major upgrade or an improvement, because based on the market conditions, based on your home, if you're thinking of selling in a few years or not, you know, a lot of those factors are going to determine the extent of these projects, and also how much you should spend on those projects.
Makes total sense. There are certain things that you're going to do that are going to be more investment driven, so you're going to actually add value down the road when you're thinking about selling. Some things you're just going to do because you like them and you want them, and you're not going to care about how much value necessarily it adds. Okay, jumping right in, let's start at number one. What would the first item be?
Number one, I put flooring. If you are going to replace flooring before you even move in, is such a great time because it can be a pain, it can be messy, plus your house is empty, you don't have furniture and everything else. So just logistically, changing your flooring right before you move in is a great time to do it. Especially in your main areas, your entry, your living room, your kitchen. You know, the areas everybody's in all the time that all your guests see. Your flooring really sets the tone for your home.
That's great. As people are thinking about flooring on a budget scale, you know, what's the range? Obviously, you can go pretty high. So when you're talking about flooring, you know, price per foot, what's the range people might be looking at?
Right now, there are some really awesome products out there that are coming out that are at the lower end of the spectrum. A great product right now is called luxury vinyl, and everyone freaks out when they hear vinyl, but it's a new product. It really simulates wood a lot, but it has a commercial wear on it, so you don't have to deal with worry about water and everything else. Does it look exactly like a wood floor? No, but it's pretty close, and that's going to be like $3.99 retail a square foot.
Okay.
Not counting installation. So you know, hardwoods can go up to 6, 7, 8, as much as 10. You know, and then if you factor in installation, that can be more expensive. There's so much out there, you know, for any price point.
That's great. And by the way, I'm going to have Kristin's contact information on the description, so look below for her information, her website. We're also going to have some more information about what we're talking about here today. Make sure you look at the description.
Absolutely.
What's number two?
All right, number two is maximize your storage. In Texas, we don't have basements, so this is really a big issue when people are looking at homes is, does it have enough storage? This is something I address with all of my staging clients. Closets, you know, can I see the floor? I want to see the floor. In your garage, closets, attic, you know, there's so much you could do to maximize storage. I love to start with the garage because that's going to set the tone for all your future projects, because you know where all your tools are, and it's going to motivate you because you're going to have all your paint and your tools and, you know, all your gizmos all in order, and that's going to motivate you to do the projects that you want to do.
That makes sense, yeah. For those of you who live out of state, you just heard Kristin say that in Texas we don't have basements. It's true for the most part. You may have heard the phrase Texas basement. So when you hear that, what they're talking about is actually the attic space.
And or an upstairs loft kind of area.
Flooring is number one, storage number two. What's number three?